Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. My name's Ellis and I'll be your host for today's general knowledge quiz. This quiz consists of 100 questions. Each question has 3 multiple choice answers and we'd like you to choose the correct one. You can let us know how you rank in the comments at the end of the video based on our Quiz Class awards. So without further ado, let's get started with the quiz. Good luck, here's question 1. Who developed the theory of plate tectonics? Charles Lyell, Alfred Wegener, or James Hutton? And you'll always be provided with a photo or a picture. Sometimes they'll help, sometimes they're just there to have something to look at. And the answer to question 1 is Alfred Wegener. Number 2, what is the name of the largest known star in the universe? UY Scuti, Betelgeuse, or Antares? So there, a nice picture of some stars, just to accompany the question. Not necessarily a clue. The answer is UY Scuti. In Aztec mythology, who is the feathered serpent god? Tlaloc, Tezcatlipoca, or Quetzalcoatl? The feathered serpent god is Quetzalcoatl. 4. Who invented the first successful electric light bulb? Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, or Joseph Swan? We're really going to test your general knowledge today. We've got 100 questions. If you don't know an answer, it's always worth having a guess. For question 4, the answer is Joseph Swan. What is the traditional Chinese art of paper cutting called? Kirigami, origami, or zhanji? The answer is zhanji. Which explorer first reached the Galapagos Islands? Charles Darwin, Fray Thomas de Berlanga, or Alexander von Humboldt? The answer is Fray Thomas de Berlanga. What is the name of the first artificial satellite to orbit another planet? Mariner 9, Viking 1, or Pioneer Venus 1? The first artificial satellite to orbit another planet was Mariner 9. Which spacecraft first flew by Jupiter? Voyager 1, Pioneer 10, or Galileo? The answer is Pioneer 10. Which space mission first landed a probe on Saturn's moon, Titan? Cassini, Galileo, or Huygens? The answer is Huygens. Question 10. In Polynesian mythology, who is the trickster demigod? Tain, Maui, or Tangaroa? The answer is Maui. Who invented the first practical transistor? John Bardeen, Lee De Forest, or William Shockley? The correct answer is William Shockley. What is the traditional Vietnamese art of water puppetry called? Bun Raku, Wayang Kulit, or Mua Roy Nuok? The answer is Mua Roy Nuok. Which explorer first reached the Pacific Ocean from the Americas? Francisco Pizarro, Hernan Cortez, or Vasco Núñez de Balboa? The correct answer is Vasco Núñez de Balboa. What is the name of the first commercially available neural implant? Argus II, BrainGate, or Neuralink? The first commercially available neural implant was Argus II. Which dwarf planet is the largest object in the Kuiper belt? Haumea, Makemake, or Pluto? Which dwarf planet is the largest object in the Kuiper belt? The answer is Pluto. In Mayan mythology, who were the hero twins? Kukulkan and Shark, Hunahpu and Balank, or Itzamna and Ix-Shell? The answer is Hunahpu and Balank. What is the traditional Turkish art of marbling paper called? Ebru, marmor papier, or suminagashi? The correct answer is Ebru. Question 18. Which explorer first reached the Mississippi River? Samuel de Champlain, Robert de La Salle, or Hernando de Soto? The correct answer is Hernando de Soto. Question 19. What is the name of the first spacecraft to visit all 8 planets in our solar system? Voyager 2, New Horizons, or Voyager 1? The correct answer is Voyager 2. Question 20. In Chinese mythology, who is the Jade Emperor? Neza, Yu Huang, or Sun Wukong? The correct answer is Yu Huang. What is the traditional Indian classical dance form from Kerala? Kathakali, Odissi, or Kathak? The answer is Kathakali. 22. Which explorer first circumnavigated South America? James Cook, Francis Drake, or Robert Fitzroy? The answer is Robert Fitzroy. What is the name of the largest known void in the universe? KBC void, giant void, or Boots void? The answer is KBC void. In Inuit mythology, who is the goddess of the sea? Nanook, Sebna, or Teketsertok? In Inuit mythology, the goddess of the sea is Sebna. Which explorer first reached the Amazon River? Hernando de Soto, Pedro Alvarez Cabral, or Francisco de Orellana? The correct answer is Francisco de Orellana. What is the name of the first quantum computer to achieve quantum advantage? IBM Q System 1, Zhuizhang, or Google Sycamore? The correct answer is Zhuizhang. In Greek mythology, who is the primordial god of time? Cronus, Kairos, or Aeon? The answer was Cronus. Who developed the first successful gene therapy treatment? Jennifer Doudna, W. French Anderson, or Craig Venter? The first successful gene therapy treatment was developed by W. French Anderson. What is the traditional Korean art of landscape architecture called? Sakuteki, Shakai, or Pungsujiri? My apologies for any mispronunciations there on those Korean words. Do you know the answer? It is Pungsujiri. Question 30. Which spacecraft first detected evidence of water on Mars? Mars Express, Viking 1, or Mars Odyssey? Evidence of water on Mars was first detected by Mars Odyssey. Which spacecraft was the first to successfully land on Venus? Magellan, Venera 7, or Pioneer Venus? The answer is Venera 7. In Egyptian mythology, what is the name of the goddess of truth, balance, and justice? Maat, Isis, or Hathor? The answer is Ma'at. 33. Who developed the first mechanical computer known as the analytical engine? Was it Alan Turing, Charles Babbage, or John von Neumann? And the correct answer is Charles Babbage. 34. What is the traditional Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold called? Kintsugi, sumii, or origami? The answer is kintsugi. Which explorer is credited with discovering the Hudson Bay? Henry Hudson, Jacques Cartier, or Samuel de Champlain? The answer is Henry Hudson. What is the name of the first spacecraft to orbit Jupiter? Juno, Galileo Galilei, or Galileo? The first spacecraft to orbit Jupiter was called Galileo. In Hindu mythology, who is the god of fire? Surya, Agni, or Varuna? The answer is Agni. Who invented the first practical electric motor? Michael Faraday, Nikola Tesla, or Alessandro Volta? The first practical electric motor was invented by Michael Faraday. What is the traditional Chinese art of arranging objects to harmonize with nature called? Feng Shui, Ikebana, or Penjing? The answer is Penjing. 40. Which explorer mapped much of the Pacific Northwest and named Puget Sound? Francis Drake, George Vancouver, or James Cook? The explorer we're looking for is George Vancouver. What is the name of the first spacecraft to fly by Uranus? Cassini-Huygens, Voyager 2, or New Horizons? The answer is Voyager 2. In Aztec mythology, who is the god of rain and fertility? Tezcatlipoca, Quetzalcoatl, or Tlaloc? The answer is Tlaloc. What is the traditional Korean art of creating patterns on fabric using wax and dye called? Jogakpo, batik, or pajagi? The answer is Jogakpo. Which explorer discovered Tasmania and New Zealand for Europe? Was it Willem Barents, James Cook, or Abel Tasman? The answer is Abel Tasman. What is the name of the first spacecraft to orbit an asteroid? Dawn, Near Shoemaker, or Rosetta? The answer is Near Shoemaker. In Greek mythology, who was cursed to turn everything he touched into gold? Theseus, King Midas, or Hercules? The Midas touch would suggest the answer is King Midas. Who developed the first successful vaccine for rabies? Was it Louis Pasteur, Alexander Fleming, or Jonas Salk? The answer is Louis Pasteur. Question 48. What is the traditional Japanese art of creating miniature landscapes in trays called? Saike, Suiseiki, or Penjing? We've had Penjing as the answer already by process of elimination. The answer is Saike. Which explorer led an expedition that resulted in mapping much of Australia's coastline? Abel Tasman, Matthew Flinders, or William Chanzoon? The answer is Matthew Flinders. Question 50, the halfway point. Which space mission first detected gravitational waves? LISA Pathfinder, Virgo, or Kagra? The answer is LISA Pathfinder. In Slavic mythology, who is the god of thunder and lightning? Svarog, Perun, or Dazbog? The answer is Perun. 52. What is the traditional Moroccan art of mosaic tile work called? Talavera, Majolica, or Zellige? The answer is Zellige. In Mesopotamian mythology, who is the goddess of love and war? Tiamat, Ishtar, or Enlil? The answer is Ishtar. Who invented the first practical refrigerator? Jacob Perkins, James Harrison, or Carl von Linde? The first practical refrigerator was invented by Jacob Perkins. Which explorer first reached the Cape of Good Hope by sea? Vasco da Gama, Pedro Alvarez Cabral, or Bartholomew Diaz? The answer is Bartholomew Diaz. What is the name of the first spacecraft to land on a comet's nucleus? Rosetta, Philae, or Stardust? The answer is Philae. In Native American mythology, who is the trickster god often depicted as a coyote or raven? Coyote, Cockapelli, or Wendigo? The trickster god is called Coyote. Who developed the first successful cochlear implant? George von Bexey, William House, or Graham Clark? The answer is Graham Clark. What is the name of the first spacecraft to fly by Neptune? Voyager 2, New Horizons, or Cassini? The answer is Voyager 2. Question 60. Who invented the first practical electric telegraph? Nikola Tesla, Samuel Morse, or Guglielmo Marconi? The answer is Samuel Morse. Question 61. Which explorer first reached the Pacific coast of North America? Hernan Cortés, Francisco Pizarro, or Vasco Núñez de Balboa? The correct answer is Vasco Núñez de Balboa. 62. What is the name of the largest known asteroid in the solar system? Vesta, Ceres, or Hygiea? The correct answer is Ceres. Who developed the first successful artificial pancreas? Jeffrey Pesson, James Shapiro, or Doug Melton? The answer is Jeffrey Pesson. Which explorer first reached the mouth of the Amazon River? Francisco de Orellana, Amerigo Vespucci, or Vicente Yanez Pinzon? The answer is Vincent Yanez Pinzon. What ancient civilization built the massive stone city of Petra? Greeks, Nabateans, or Romans? The answer is Nabateans. Who discovered penicillin by accident in 1928? Louis Pasteur, Marie Curie, or Alexander Fleming? Penicillin was discovered by accident by Alexander Fleming. What spice is derived from dried flower stigmas and is one of the most expensive in the world? Saffron, turmeric, or cardamom? And the answer is saffron. 68. Which country was once ruled by Queen Lili Ukalani, the last reigning monarch of its kingdom? Fiji, Hawaii, or Tonga? The answer is Hawaii. What mythical bird is said to rise from its ashes? Phoenix, thunderbird, or griffin? A phoenix is said to rise from its ashes. The Great Pyramid of Giza was originally covered in what material to make it shine? Granite slabs, sandstone, or white limestone casing stones? The answer is white limestone casing stones. What creature from Scandinavian folklore is said to guard hoards of treasure in caves? Dragons, Nokken, or Valkyries? The answer is dragons. 72. Which ancient empire was ruled by Ashoka the Great, known for spreading Buddhism? Gupta Empire, Maurya Empire, or Mughal Empire? The answer is Maurya Empire. The Colossus of Rhodes was a statue built to honour which Greek god? Helios, Apollo, or Poseidon? The Colossus of Rhodes was a statue built to honour Helios. Which Southeast Asian country is known for its spicy green papaya salad called somtam? Malaysia, Indonesia, or Thailand? The answer is Thailand. Who discovered the structure of DNA? James Watson and Francis Crick, Rosalind Franklin, or Linus Pauling? The structure of DNA was discovered by James Watson and Francis Crick. What fermented beverage is made from honey and water? Kefir, kombucha, or mead? The answer is mead. Who was the female pharaoh that ruled ancient Egypt for over 2 decades? Cleopatra, Hatshepsut, or Tai? The answer is Hatshepsut. Which country is the origin of the spicy condiment sriracha? Vietnam or Indonesia? Just 2 options for this one. Which country is the origin of the spicy condiment sriracha? The answer is Vietnam. 79. Who was the last emperor of the Inca Empire? Tupac Amaru, Huayna Capac, or Atahualpa? Tupac Amaru, Huayna Capac, or Atahualpa? The answer is Atahualpa. 80. What is the name of the largest known underwater sinkhole? Senate Angelita, Great Blue Hole, or Dean's Blue Hole? The largest known underwater sinkhole is named the Great Blue Hole. What ancient civilization created the first known system of writing? Sumerians, Indus Valley, or Chinese? The first known system of writing was created by Sumerians. Question 82. In Norse mythology, what creature eternally gnaws at the roots of Yggdrasil? Is it Jormungandr, Nidhogg, or Sleipnir? Apologies for any mispronunciations again there. The answer is Nidhogg. Well done if you got that one right. Here's question 83. Who was the female pirate that terrorised the South China Sea in the early 19th century? Was it Xing Shi, Mary Read, or Anne Bonny? The answer is Xing Shi. Which ancient civilization built the city of Mohenjo-Daro? Egyptians, Mesopotamians, or Indus Valley civilization? The correct answer is Indus Valley civilization. What legendary creature is said to inhabit the Himalayas? Yeti, Chupacabra, or Bigfoot? The Himalayas are said to be inhabited by a Yeti. Who discovered the laws of planetary motion? Nicolaus Copernicus, Isaac Newton, or Johannes Kepler? The laws of planetary motion were discovered by Johannes Kepler. Who was the female warrior who led a rebellion against the Roman Empire in Britain? Joan of Arc, Zenobia, or Boudica? The answer is Boudica. What is the name of the largest known underground river system? Sontrak River, Puerto Princesa Underground River, or Mammoth Cave River? The answer is Puerto Princesa Underground River. Who discovered radioactivity by working with uranium salts? Wilhelm Röntgen, Ernest Rutherford, or Henri Becquerel? The answer is Henri Becquerel. What is the name of the ancient Mesopotamian temple towers that were built in a terraced design? Mastabas, obelisks, or ziggurats? The answer is ziggurats. 10 questions left. Which country is famous for its dish ceviche, made with raw fish cured in citrus juices? Chile, Peru, or Brazil? The answer is Peru. 92. Which desert is known as the driest place on Earth? Gobi Desert, Mojave Desert, or Atacama Desert? The driest place on Earth is known as Atacama Desert. Which ancient city-state was known for its disciplined and militaristic society? Corinth, Sparta, or Delphi? The answer is Sparta. What is the name of the mythical sea monster said to resemble a giant squid or octopus? Charybdis, Hydra, or Kraken? The answer is Kraken. Which Italian dish is made of thinly sliced raw meat or fish, usually served as an appetizer? Carpaccio, polenta, or risotto? The answer is carpaccio. Who was the first female ruler of ancient China, known as Empress Wu? Banzhou, Cixi, or Wu Zetian? The correct answer is Wu Zetian. Which ancient structure was built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu? Abu Simbel, Great Sphinx, or Great Pyramid of Giza? The answer is the Great Pyramid of Giza. Who developed the first periodic table of elements? Was that Mary Curie, John Dalton, or Dmitri Mendeleev? The correct answer is Dmitri Mendeleev. What is the main ingredient in the Japanese dish natto? Rice, seaweed, or fermented soybeans? If you order the Japanese dish natto, the main thing you'll be eating is fermented soybeans. And question 100, what legendary creature is said to inhabit the Himalayas? Bigfoot, Yeti, or Chupacabra? The answer is Yeti. And we always finish with a bonus question here at Quiz Class. Who led the expedition that first reached the South Pole? Let us know the answer in the comments, and let us know how many points you scored out of 100, because that is the end of our quiz. Those are the Quiz Class Einstein rewards. Remember to let us know how you ranked in the comments below. Are you a champion, master, enthusiast, apprentice, or an explorer? And that really is it. Thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified on all of our upcoming videos. But if you can't wait for those, there are videos already uploaded that you can try right now. My name's Ellis and I've been your host. Thanks again for joining us today at Quiz Class. We'll see you next time.